underneath the TV. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, freaks and geeks, trolls and derps alike, welcome. I am Mullet Mike, bringing you yet another episode of Creepy Gaming, the show where we take a look at creepy video game moments, Easter eggs, urban legends, and all sorts of cool shit. Today, we take a look at the SNES classic Earthbound, more specifically, the final boss, Giygas. Big sticky shout out to Matt Killian1. Thanks for the suggestion. So, without further ado, turn the lights down and the volume up as we journey into some creepy gaming. Earthbound was released in North America on June 5th, 1995 for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Earthbound was a sequel to the Japanese release Mother. Originally titled Mother 2, the game was released in the US as Earthbound. That way it wouldn't confuse the American audience. Too bad that didn't work. Earthbound was an RPG, but unlike any you have ever seen. Instead of being some warrior, wizard, or mage, your character is Ness, who is an unassuming boy in modern times in a contemporary setting. As you may or may not know, Ness is just a play on words. Ness like NES, Ness, Nintendo, you get it? Yeah, I know, it's not too subtle, but that's what's awesome about this game. Nothing is subtle in this game. Literally, the towns are called Onette and Tucson and Threed. Very obvious, and that's just what makes this game awesome. The game was published by Nintendo and co-developed by Ape and HAL Laboratories. Super Smash Brothers! That's why you see Ness and Lucas in the roster of Super Smash Brothers games. The reception of Earthbound was mixed. I don't think Nintendo got the numbers they were looking for. A large amount of the time and money was spent on the title's marketing campaign, trying to sell the American audience on the idea of an RPG. Mind you, this was years before Final Fantasy VII was released, and definitely made RPG games more acceptable to a mainstream, wider audience. Even though Earthbound might not have had the profit margins Nintendo was looking for, the game was well received by critics and over time developed a devoted fan base, an extremely devoted fan base. And rightfully so. The entire Mother series is one of the most underrated of all time. But enough about the history, you don't care about that. You want to see the creepy shit, right? And I can't say I blame you. Well, today's episode isn't an Easter egg or a creepypasta, but more of a backstory. Which brings us to Giygas, the game's final boss. In Earthbound, Ness is revisited by Buzz, an alien from the future in the form of a bee. Once again, not too subtle. Buzz warns Ness and his friends of the dangerous, dominating alien threat that is Giygas. Ness is instructed to defeat Giygas in his current form and prevent his overpowering reign in the future. So who's Giygas? Where is that cute little fella? Everybody in this game's cute as shit. Are you Giygas? How about you, little guy? Are you the Giygas? And you, sir, what about you? Are you... Holy fucking shit! The hell did this guy come from? I mean, what? Is this still the same game? Everything was all cute and shit. Now things got metal real quick. Complete, total, and utter epicness overload, folks. Too epic. Way too epic. You ain't seen nothing yet. This is just the tip of the creepy pixelated iceberg. Shigesato Itoi wrote, directed, and produced Earthbound, along with the other games in the Mother series. When talking about the character design of Giygas in an interview on his website, Shigesato Itoi claims that when he was younger, while at the movies, he accidentally walked into the wrong movie theater. The movie he walked into just happened to be one of the most controversial movies of Japanese cinema in 1957. Translated, The Military Policeman and the Dismembered Beauty. If that title doesn't say it all, I don't know what would. According to Itoi, he recalled a gruesome scene in which a woman was brutally raped and murdered. Apparently it was a very traumatic experience to Itoi. So much so that it was said that his parents were worried about him and his well-being. But like a true artist and creator, Shigesato Itoi carried the memory for years and used it as inspiration. Now, with all that being said, looking back at Giygas' eerie text just gives you that unsettling feeling in your gut. But again, this isn't all. There's still a lot more to it. But before we get into more, let's do a quick rundown here. So the character design of Giygas is creepy enough, let alone the idea of where this character design came from. The staticky screen, along with the eerie music, creates this dark atmosphere, and after hearing a backstory like that, you can't help but feel a little uncomfortable. Now here's the creepiest part to me, though. Now with a name like Mother, you can tell that there's this obvious theme of mother and child throughout the game. Apparently, Giygas is supposed to represent an aborted fetus. And once again, if you notice Giygas' dialogue box, you'll see the unsettling cries. And if you take a look at the Devil's Machine, you might find that it resembles a woman's uterus. So what is the meaning of Giygas? What's he all about? Yeah, Giygas represents a lot of different things, but what he truly represents is the loss of innocence. I can honestly say that Earthbound, as well as the rest of the Mother series, is unlike anything I have ever played. RPG elements, great music, contemporary setting, throw in an aborted alien rape baby and you got yourself a great video game. If you are an RPG fan in any way, shape, or form, then definitely check out Earthbound. You won't be disappointed. Thanks for watching Creepy Gaming. If you have a suggestion for a future episode, then please let me know in the comments. If you've already been suggesting, don't get discouraged. Your voices do not go unheard. I usually check comments quite often. I want to eventually get around to doing every suggestion I can, so let me know. And before I go, let me go ahead and just say a few things real quick. For starters, thank you for all the kind words you said in the comments on the last video regarding my son. I want to thank you all for the over 1,000 subscribers. That's awesome. Thank you all for that. If you like what you just watched, then please subscribe for more. Be sure to favorite, comment, share, and if I could borrow a like from you, that'd be greatly appreciated. This is Mullet Mike with... Stay creepy, my friends. Peace.